like your sweater. We're all like doing the same thing right now. There we go.
Dude, I got this at Buffalo Trace for like $5.
What?
I'm missing.
Yeah, they did like a clearance rack in the back, and there was like all these hoodies on it and like Weller sweatshirts, and I was like, I'll buy every one you have.
God,
I've
when I
never
went,
seen a clearance
the
rack.
clearance rack was terrible.
I forgot. I mean, when we were talking about this on the Discord, there was like a lot of people had different types of pepper decanter bottles. I was like, shit. But I've only had the normal, and then I guess mine is batch 60, so it's like not super high up, but not super low. Yeah, I didn't even know they made single barrels.
No, me
I think
either.
that's
I
a
walked
newer
in.
thing.
Yeah, I walked into a Louisville liquor barn and they had two different picks, and I was just talking to the guy about them, and he recommended the second one they did. So that was the one I picked up, and I like it so far.
Cool,
I was
cool.
telling Zach, Max, I was down in Louisville for work a couple of weeks ago, and I went into Evergreen. They had, I don't know what's special about it, but they had a pepper decanter that was like, had like a gold label around it that was pretty pricey, obviously. But I'm not sure what the significance, whether it was like age or something on it that made it special and more expensive or what.
I don't know if anybody else knows anything, Clemens, if you know anything about the gold label. I think there might be a little bit of a higher age statement. I think they're 8 to 12, but still a big blend.
Yeah, I think they're just labeling it as special barrels that are a little higher age, and they're giving it
Mm-hmm.
that gold tag. But I've not seen many reviews on it, and I haven't heard of anybody pick. I think it carries like a one. I think it's like 106.99 MSRP,
Yeah, it gets up
something
Yeah,
there.
I
around
was
that.
there.
Yeah, so definitely more expensive than their. I mean, the single barrel was like I think like $55, like
Mm-hmm.
roughly after tax. And then I know the batch products are right around that 50, 60 mark usually. So
Yeah.
And they just
Now,
started doing the single barrels for the decanters, right?
yeah. As far as
Here
I know.
yeah,
recently.
Now,
yeah, this is the first one I'd ran into.
yeah, yeah. George, have you had any of the decanters before, or this is like you already had some?
Yeah, so I have one. I told Zach I should have got it in the mix for the samples. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I have a little bit more left than I thought I did. I've got batch 67. So it wasn't distributed in Indiana until up here recently. So the one I have is probably about 2 years old, maybe a little less, but I got it from Florida.
I guess we can start with the normal batch version, the batch 60, and kind of see what everybody thinks about it. I just have a feeling the single barrel is probably going to be better.
Yeah, and that's tough because I mean, batch products are always going to be consistent, but single barrels, depending on who's picking them, you're always going to get some variance and some more like some notes that are hitting a little harder that people enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
The nose is good, real fruity.
Yeah, I'd agree with fruity. It's pretty
Yeah, it's
light
almost
though.
light to a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
we're
guess
just trying to let
now's
them
the
both
drink.
open up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. The batch 60 is I think right around maybe like 3 pours left out of it. So mine definitely doesn't need any time to open up. Man, with this one, I don't know about you guys. I get a lot of char. It's like maybe I got a lot of char. It kind of reminds me of like rare breed with a little like it wants to be a little
Yeah.
sour, but it's not getting there. But that's what I get from it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I got
so.
the
Like
jar on
on
like
that,
the back end.
yeah, that back end kind of you can get that oak impact a little bit more on the end of it, but I think once it hits you, like at least in the front for me, it's very light and kind of gives you like that fruity and a little bit of like caramel and like baking spice type stuff, but like very light through the front and mid, I think. But on the end, I'm getting that oak and char.
Yeah, a little spicy on the back end. Not bad though, but yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, I 100% think I have no complaints. I'd say I'd buy another one. I had one before this that I tasted that I liked more than this one. This one I like a little bit less than the first one I tried. Still, I think this one's pretty good for the money.
Yeah, at the
Yeah, and
MSRP price, I mean they're a buy. If you don't have one on your shelf, I'd definitely get one.
Hmm.
yeah, as far as value goes in bourbon, it's tough to beat stuff like this. Like good juice at like five. I think they're 5 to 7 years right now in the batch product. I can't remember for sure, but I mean that's good.
I don't
Now,
know
have
about you
any?
guys. The more I sip on it, though, I've taken a couple more sips. Like keep going back to it. Like kind of like getting like an orange, like some of that fruit that I was pulling off the nose, like kind of came through on the palate. It's like almost like an orange zest.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little like citrusy, almost from like probably the rye they use, I assume, but in the
Mhm.
mash bill. But yeah, it definitely brings a little more in the second and third drink.
Now, have any of you guys had any of the not necessarily the decanter bottles, but the other pepper products? Because I have had none.
I've had the very basic offer because they're in Lexington, so we went and visited them a few times. They're over by Barrel House too. And I tried like their base offerings before the Decanter series came out, and
Mm-hmm.
they're okay. I mean, I think it's like a 4-year rye and a 4-year bourbon. Like they weren't, they're shelfers. I think they were like in between 90 to 95 proof, and
Yeah.
just trying to put something on the shelf.
I think they're starting to put some older juice out there too, because I've been seeing a lot of the old pepper, not decanter, but just the regular old pepper, like single barrels and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
those too, price wise, I think most places like between 50 and $60, and they might be they're upwards of six. I don't know the exact age on, but they're 6+ years at least, so should be fairly solid. So if I saw one, I'd probably grab it just to try it.
Now, I'm interested to see how bouncing this and going to the single barrel is going to be. Because if the single barrel is like a lot sweeter, I think it's going to be amplified because there's a lot of char in the first one. So I'm curious to see if it's a big difference.
What's the difference in the proofs? Are they the same or
Yeah, the single barrel is 55.9, so
111 point?
almost, yeah, it's like
That's
111.8.
Yeah, and this is 106. So I didn't think there'd be that much of a jump, but there's a little bit of a jump there.
yeah.
And this has a 5-year age statement on it, and the barrel is 20-45. Oh, and it tells you it's the high rye mash bill too. So they
Okay.
actually put quite a bit of information on these.
That I got nothing on mine.
I didn't even notice that until now. And it's uncut and unfiltered, which, single barrels typically, if places are allowed to choose, they will. So,
Let me see it. Can you hold it up to the camera?
so
Okay, so
it's
it's
got,
just got like the little white tag on it. That's the difference.
yeah, it just has the white tag right here. It just says selected by Liquor Barn #2 and has their logo and everything. And then right there on the neck, it has all the information.
Okay.
That's why I didn't notice it beforehand, but it does make sense because the scan tag's there too. So I guess I should have looked.
Well, I'm telling you, this single barrel already smells a lot better. At least it smells stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely. I
Pretty
feel like you get a
interesting.
little more of the ethanol on it too, for sure, for the proof phrase. Get some water.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
Oh yeah. A lot
I'm
more
getting
ethanol.
I'm getting a little bit of like I don't know if it's just because right now, but it's like a little bit of a marshmallow thing in there, and I don't know if that's just me.
I'm not pulling that, but that's not something I pull often, so that's pretty normal.
Yeah, I haven't had much with the nose of that, so I haven't pulled that.
I think the only time I've ever gotten something like that is like the I get it from the Bardstown Small Batch Stay Finish, which they said they were some kind of they called it like a s'mores toast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they said it's normal to pull that, and then that marshmallow toast Penelope. I remember when
Yeah.
those came out, and that one definitely gave me a marshmallow, but it's not something I get often.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess I
trying to
could
think of the
see.
bottle that I
I,
had that had that. It was like similar, but it was like a burnt marshmallow.
yeah, I mean when you put it that way, I guess I could see it. It kind of, if you smell it, it kind of comes off as it could be like a double oaked or toasted, and that's kind of why I'm getting that.
Yeah, it feels like a sweet oak to me. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I get more of the oak on the nose here than like the last one. It felt like it was all in the palate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Similar to, have you guys tried? I think it's newer. The nose though reminds me a lot of it. Once you said that, it kind of the Woodford, the sweet oak.
Oh, the
Mm.
sweet oak. Are you talking about
Yeah,
the wood for like double
the
oak?
nose is very. Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's one of their special bottles, but it's
Okay.
I think that's what it is, sweet oak or something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
that new
right.
Masters collection.
Yeah, it's like
It's.
the orange lettering.
I'd almost be curious to see if the batched one had a different mash bill in it. I don't know if they're including anything more than the high rye because I don't know. I feel
Those
like I get more.
Those taste like
Like,
two completely different bourbons. They have to
yeah,
be
like the
different mash
noses are
bills.
completely different. So
No,
I'm
they're
like, are
different.
the mash bills different?
The palate is as well. It's
Ha-
crazy different.
have y'all had any of that like Mexican candy with like the tamarind? Have you ever had that before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm tasting that, and I get some rye that kind of give it to me. This is sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like that. I'm getting a lot of that like citrus that comes with rye too, and it's almost got a little bit of a funk on the back end, but I can't figure out what it is.
Not in a bad way, but I kind of described it as like perfumey.
Yeah, a little floral.
That's two different
It
products
is.
there.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it's wildly different. That's what I'm curious what mash bills they're putting because they're obviously running a few different mash bills out there. I'm curious what that one in the batch product. I know they blended some barrels, so I'd be curious.
this drinks lower too than the other one. I think the single barrel was a little bit higher, but I think it drinks significantly lower proof wise. The nose, you got the ethanol, so I thought it was going to drink hotter, but to me, I don't know about you guys, it drinks closer to 100, maybe 105, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's weird because I think that, I don't know if you guys are experiencing it as well. The single barrel, you taste it and you get like really sweet front palate, but then it does change a little bit. It, like some bourbons just are like the same kind of thing. This one kind of has like a little spike, and then
I think it drops off quickly too.
I wouldn't say it's a long finish,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think it
Neither one
evolves
are
a little bit.
very. I think when they get a little more age, you'll get that longer finish. But yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like that front is very like easy, and then the
Mm-hmm.
back it kind of like it brings you a little more spice and kind
Mm-hmm.
of runs down.
Got some legs on her.
Yeah, they're definitely doing good stuff. I mean, the color is great for 5 year juice.
Yeah. I'd be interested in doing we could do some of the Starlight stuff. Do you have any Max of the like Black Label Old Foresters?
Mm-hmm. I have, I think, two. I have one for sure.
Do you? I've got two as well. I've got a Cox Evergreen, and then what was the other one, Zach? You got it for me a while back.
Mm, that's the only one I have right now. It's like liquor palette from Kentucky.
Yeah, I haven't compared the Liquor Palette one and the Evergreen one, but I'd be interested in comparing those as well too. You guys are up for that?
For sure. Yeah, I had two. My first 100 proof Old Forester was like okay, and I was kind of like, meh. And then I got this other one, and man, this one right here, I don't know. This one is like straight bubble gum, and I didn't know they would
Oh, really?
vary that much, but they do.
Yeah, I've had some. Even the blue Old Forester, those drink so hot, but like they vary so much,
Oh yeah.
and it's kind of wild. So there for a while, I would pick one up every time I saw one. And I ended up with like 4 or 5 at a time, and I'm like, this is too much because they're like fire. Like they're all like 120s, and they drink like they're like 150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The green labels are good too. The Rise. The first one I ever got, I overpaid for, but it was very good. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's a period of time where those
Oh,
green
the
labels were like you couldn't find them anywhere.
Hmm.
I still don't really see them in indie very often. The blue labels have started to pop up, and I think people have picked up like on the popularity of the black labels because I feel like a lot of people are doing um, picks on those. I
Mm-hmm.
got invited to go do a barrel pick in a few months on a black label, but the one Zach got me, that was my first black label, and the neck pour, like when I fresh cracked it, I was like, this is very funky. I don't know what it is. I just wasn't a fan. And I came back to it like a couple days, maybe like a week or so later. I was like, okay, we're good. Like this, yeah, solid. But for whatever reason, the neck pour on that one was just ugh.
Yeah, Old Forester has a lot of variants, and it's kind of crazy because Brown Foreman, just as a whole, I feel like has a lot of variants. Because I have a ton of Brown Foreman products. Then they're all like I know they all age somewhere different. So, but like you can drink a Green Label rye next to a barrel proof rye from JD, next to Woodford rye, and they're all different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blend the last little sip of these two, see how that goes.
And the single barrel's just got something a little funky to it on the back end. And I just can't figure out.
I was the more I went back to that one, I don't know if you guys remember from when we were kids, but the drink like orange tang, I started to get kind of like a sour like orange.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like sour, not very spicy, but like on the back end, it was kind of like that.
I will say, going back to the batch product, because that like it kind of really like elevates that char and kind of makes it kind of a lot more like I don't like it as much. The single barrel's a lot better in my opinion.
That's what when you said drinking the single barrel that you felt like you were drinking like a toasted product. That's what I felt with the batch product. It felt like a heavy char or a toasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, going back to the batch, the nose is so much lighter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane how different those two. I thought there would be a lot more similarities to it, but it just two totally different pours.
I think
Both
they have
solid
to be
though.
blending a different mash bill in there. I don't get nearly the same like notes from either one of them.
Yeah, not even close.
But I mean, batch products are also going to be. I don't know. I've only had a few, and I don't recall too many of them. But I bet if you compared the batch 60 to like the batch 67, like you have, I bet there's probably more similarities, and they're probably going for this profile every time.
Yeah, I'll have to see because I didn't pour the rest or I didn't pull the full sample.
Yeah,
Yeah, so maybe later today or sometime in the next couple of days, I'll compare that his 60 to my 67 and see how that if they're a lot more similar or not. Because yeah, single barrels like totally different planet.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll have to
yeah,
see.
it's
We'll have to see
two
one in
different
Louisville if we
juices.
can find some of the just regular old pepper single barrels. I'd be interested to try those as well too.
So was it George that you got on TikTok and tried to do some content for a while?
Yeah, I died off a little bit because I didn't have a crazy following, but I had like 1,200 followers on there,
That's a
and
lot.
my account got hacked. Yeah, my account got hacked, or actually no, it was 14 or 1,500. And my account got hacked, so I had to start over. Um, and then I told you guys I have a son, so he's one. So I haven't had I still post on there every once in a while. It's Naptown Bourbon Reviews. Um, Naptown, nickname for Indianapolis. But I still post stuff on there every once in a while, but not quite as regularly as I was in the past. Like I was doing 2, 3 videos a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I really try to do it, and then they would just strike everything down. Unless it was like a meme on a green screen related to bourbon, it gets struck down, and I'm just like, I'm tired of this.
That was part of it too. When I created the new page, I didn't have that problem on my old page, but when I created the new page, like almost every video I would post would get like community guideline violations or whatever and get taken down or not even get posted because it got violated before I put it up there. There's guys that have been on there for a long, long time. Guy Jay, kind of was mutuals with Woodford Bourbon guy on there.
Hmm.
He was on like a 6th or 7th page because they kept taking his stuff down, and he had,
Jeez.
I mean, 10 times the followers that I had.
I mean, that's how some of these guys got like big into the industry. Like you have that one guy Ryan or whatever. He's like a national ambassador for Penelope now. Like, and he was just doing whiskey content.
Yeah, I've been in a few lives with him. He's a cool whiskey idiots or whatever I think his name is. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, there's like I met a bunch of them at KBF this past year. That it felt like there was more like influencers and like content creators than ever at KBF, but they're like really cool people, and it's like it sucks that their platform kind of got taken out from under them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know some of them went to like Lemonade or whatever. I started in Instagram back when TikTok was like first supposedly going to go away. I started an Instagram, and it just didn't like gain traction quite the way that like TikTok did with like followers and things like that. But the followers that I did get, like the Black Label pick, I'm going to go on. That's a guy that I met on there, so I didn't post on there quite as regularly. But yeah, I gotta get back into it.